Hi guys, this is the swimming pool in Akureyri with water slides and fun. Akureyri greets us with dry weather this morning, but grey and a bit cold. The famous Akureyri church is ahead. In front of it there are about 100 steps leading down to the city center. The road Gilið is closed, so we take an alternative route out of town. On the right we have the botanic gardens and then some view of the pond, Pollurinn, on the left. And we have the hospital up on the hill on the right, and then we drive down towards the old town. Many of the houses are renovated and are really beautiful. There we have a view of a part of the old town on the left. Brynja, in the yellow house on the right, is an ice cream shop, well known around the country for delicious ice cream. There on the left we have Pukin, a motorcycle gear shop. And now it is time for us to say goodbye to Akureyri and head east. Skógarböðin, Forest Lagoon, a geothermal spa, is there on the right. They get their hot water from a tunnel we pass later on. It's very nice to ride this road with a great view over Akureyri and the fjord just before entering the tunnel. Now entering Tunnel Vaðlaheiðargöng, about 7.5 kilometers long. They opened in 2018. There were problems when drilling through because of a lot of hot water. They even had to use boats at times to get around the tunnel at building time. The hot water is now led to the Forest Lagoon, but still it becomes pretty hot in the tunnel, up to 25 to 27 degrees if I remember correctly. Really nice when it's cold outside. Fnjóská River is on the right, and on the other side of the river one of the few forests in Iceland, Vallaskógur. There are camping grounds there if you like. Driving into Ljósavaskard, it's a bit greyish ahead, but beautiful with the ponds on the left and the lake on the right. and as we came out of the pass, it started to rain, just when we were passing the river Djúpá. The Goðafoss waterfall is ahead, pretty touristic at times, but a beautiful waterfall. It's possible to see the spray from the Goðafoss there. There are still many single-lane bridges in Iceland, so be careful if you come here to ride or drive. We stopped for a moment at Goðafoss to put on some extra layers of clothes, and someone forgot to turn on the GoPro after that. So next stop is Mývatnssveit for coffee. Mývatnssveit is so beautiful. It's a must stop for everyone traveling in north of Iceland. Unfortunately, I forgot again to turn on the GoPro until after a coffee stop in Fjalladýrð on the Möðrudalsöræfi in the Highlands. The gang is ready to leave, but waiting for me to get the GoPro, sat-nav, gloves, helmet, etc. ready. It's the story of the tour, waiting for me. The road over the highlands to the east is really long and harsh. Only highland vegetation and black desert sands is there to see. Not much wildlife, some birds, reindeer and fox if you're lucky. We were not this time. High in the highlands there on the right are some great gravel roads, and it's even possible to take a tarmac road to the Kárahnjúkar hydropower dam. Perhaps I'll make a video of a ride up there next summer. Finally, we started to descend from the highland down to civilization. Civilization with petrol station, hotel, swimming pool and camping. There is still a long way to go, but it's a nice ride along Jökulsá. Yes, you guessed correctly, there are salmon there. And there are also some nice waterfalls along the way. Passing the Jökulsá bridge, there is a nice viewpoint there where the car is turning to the right. We decided to move on this time. The lake is called Urriðavatn, and there we can find vök baths, some really nice geothermal tubs and pools. Then we enter the small village of Fellabær before taking the bridge over to Egilsstaðir. This area often has the best and warmest weather in Iceland in summertime, but today it's cold and grey. When we came to Egilsstaðir, some of us had to get petrol, others had to go to the shop, but we met up at a coffee shop before moving on. After a warm-up at the coffee shop in Egilsstaðir, it was time to drive over the mountain road Fjarðarheiði to Seyðisfjörður, where the ferry port is. We had an overnight stay in Seyðisfjörður before going to the ferry. This is our turn to Seyðisfjörður. And just before we hit the bends in Fjarðarheiði, it starts to rain. The weather up there was horrendous. Rain, cold and no view at all. It was a relief to get down on the other side and to Seyðisfjörður. Even if it was raining, the visibility was a bit better and it was a bit warmer, and we were close now to our hostel. And here we have our hostel in the red building. Time to get inside, get warm and dry our things. It's ferry day. We are dry, it's dry outside, and as we get closer to the departure we could even see some blue skies. Here we are getting to the line of motorcycles about to board the ferry. There were many motorcycles leaving Iceland, mostly foreigners. We met only one Icelandic guy apart from us four. These are our bikes and my fantastic travel companions for the next few weeks. Finally the ferry Norrön arrived, and it was our time to board. And off we sail from Iceland in the most beautiful weather. In the next episode, we come to Denmark. We see a submarine, and we take a ferry